Hey, everybody, welcome to a very special Saturday edition of What's Up Wrestling. Luis and I have gotten up early. Well, I did.
This is early, this is early for me too.
But this is early for Luis because Luis is a night person,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay. So if we don't sound as coherent as we usually do, you know why. There's been a lot going on. We have a lot to discuss, but Luis, was absolutely shocked. Am I the only one that didn't know this? When I did not know Rhea Ripley was dating Buddy Matthews, and I had no idea they were a couple.
Oh,
And
really?
they're engaged. Did you realize this was
Yeah, I
all
knew. Yeah, I
you?
knew that. Yeah,
I am
wow,
shocked.
too, for a long time.
Apparently,
Yeah,
so congrats to Rhea and Buddy. And it was funny. There was an article I was reading when it came across this, and they didn't even say that Buddy's at AEW. They said he was a former, like they didn't even acknowledge he was there. Come on now, people.
yeah.
I like him though. I
He's
thought he
good.
did. I
He
don't
was
think
one
he
of
got
those.
his push in WWE.
Yeah, he was one of those that like was really good in the ring, but I guess he lacked like speaking, so they just didn't push him.
But you knew about this. You knew Rhea was
Yeah,
dating.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm really happy for her. I had no idea. I was like,
The comments under the post were hilarious because everyone's talking about Dom.
I know. Like, wait, aren't you with? I mean, they really think that that's real.
Which is good. That means that they have a good storyline going.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Shock of last night was on Smackdown. Jey Uso knocks everybody out, knocks out his brother, knocks out Roman, and looks in the camera and says, I'm leaving WWE and I'm leaving the Bloodline out of here. What? So what is that about?
I don't know.
And
Yeah, I really don't.
where does that take us?
I don't know where that. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know, because I heard that they're trying to push this as long as possible to WrestleMania because they don't want this match to be on like a Payback or Fastlane. So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, and he's gonna leave for a little bit and come back because that. But I mean, I don't know what. I don't know. I really don't know where that leads to. Like, I can't even tell you like what I think it means. Like,
Well, you
like
have a really good wrestling mind, so I was like, I couldn't wait to talk to you about this morning because I was like, I would
I don't
not.
know if you saw.
I'm
I
like
don't know.
dumbfounded. I was like, what does this do?
I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the stuff about Rikishi yesterday that was on Twitter?
Yeah, so Rikishi's gonna come back.
Yeah, but he spoiled it, so everyone's mad because
Everybody's mad because he
yeah.
opened his mouth.
So now I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess they are gonna fight at Payback. I just don't know. I really don't know what like that means. Like he's gonna come back, but I don't know. Maybe Rikishi's gonna come out and be like, "Hey, you gotta come back." Like it's
No, I go back to what you said in the last episode. You said there'd be a fatal four-way between all four of the
Survivor Series.
like,
That's what I think. That's what I think.
I think that's what's gonna happen, and that's when Jay comes back.
I like that because I was watching another podcast yesterday about it, and I like what they said because that's what I was saying. I like that they didn't make it seem like Jimmy came back and now he's with the bloodline again. I like that he still doesn't like Roman. Like, he still doesn't like him. He did it for himself. He didn't do it for him. So that's already him against Roman, Jimmy against and Jay against Roman, the Usos against each other. The only person that's left is Solo to turn on Roman. That's the only person that hasn't turned yet.
So how far do we have till Survivor Series?
We still have it's in November 25th, so we have a few months.
Yeah. So basically, we have to kill time till we get to probably November till he
Payback and then Fastlane and then Survivor Series.
Right. I say he comes back at Survivor Series and it's a four-way, like you said. I was a little I still don't love Jimmy's explanation either way. It was kind of like, so you screwed your own brother because you didn't want him to be the tribal chief because
you didn't want him to
turn out like Roman. I mean, I didn't love the reasoning.
Neither did I.
At all. And the one thing I have to tell you that's getting really on my nerves, from the point Roman Reigns comes out to the two commercial breaks, nothing happens. He comes out, we go to a break, he comes back, the music play. The thing has gotten so long before anything happens. It's actually great for the writers in the show. It kills 20 minutes, it kills 15 minutes of time.
Yeah, no, it does.
I mean,
And on SmackDown they do it a lot because there's a lot of advertisements that they have to get done. Like I like
like
that.
the whole thing. I like the spiel. It just seemed extra long to me.
And I like that Raw's been doing like the first hour commercial free because it makes the next 2 hours feel like a lot quicker. So that's another thing that they've been doing. So I mean, even the one thing I've noticed, like you said, you'll have on SmackDown, you'll have not even just Roman, like they'll go to commercial break when the first person's coming out to the ring, and then they'll come back from break. The other person will come out. They'll do a backstage interview, and then they'll go back to break, and then come back out, and then the match starts. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. I hate it.
Don't like that either. And the other interesting thing that I wanted to address last night, I thought it was interesting. Asuka went against Charlotte. Io Sky came out, nowhere to be found was Bianca.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to come out, and
but that makes me think, she's going to turn. And then they did the Bobby Lashley group, who's clearly bad.
Yeah,
I stand by my prediction.
I told my family, because my family that we watch wrestling, I told them what you said about that, and they were like, they have to do that. That'd be perfect. Like that'd be so smart. Because you're so much like think about if you go to Survivor Series with that, you can do them against Judgment Day because it's 3 guys and a girl. Like that'd be perfect.
But they're all bad. Would they go bad against? Oh yeah, Survivor Series, right?
Do it, yeah.
Who cares? Okay, now, what was your overall thought of SmackDown, though?
I mean,
people were panning it.
How did you feel about Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory?
Okay. Why would you not? Why did he get squashed? And why did Escobar not get an opportunity?
I really don't know why.
Why? So we did all this, so the LWO falls apart, and Escobar's now jealous of Rey.
Not even that. I just like
it was so.
Why give it to a 50-year-old Rey Mysterio? He doesn't need it. He obviously doesn't need it. Like it's cool to see it, yeah, but
why was I not thrilled? I wanted Austin to lose.
I was just more happy that he got rid of it. He's just done with it. It's like that was the worst.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him. That's the thing. I feel like it was a squat. He lost to Rey.
Not even that. Like people were saying, do you think Theory should have a babyface run? But I don't think he needs a new character. Like he needs a new change. Everything. He's not. I don't even think he can be a babyface with himself. Like he's not over with the crowd. He's boring. He can't speak. It's like I don't think he's good. Like I really don't think there's anything they can do with him.
Well, I wonder if they realized that and they just squashed him with Rey, and they had no
one to put the belt on. So they're like, here, just put
that was troubling to me. You couldn't give somebody else but Rey. No offense, but like I was very disappointed.
Like I would have liked to see, why can't LA Knight have the belt? Like why can't he have it?
Why did LA Knight get it?
If he has Rey, like you obviously don't care about age, so it doesn't matter.
Maybe LA Knight then goes after Rey now and gets the belt, but they wouldn't let him pin Theory. I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But what bugged me is what was the point of Escobar winning all of this and then getting?
I don't know. I don't get the swerve. The only thing I could say is that I don't know if the plan was always for Rey to win, and then he did get actually injured in that match, the match on SmackDown against Santos, and then this was their way of, because now he's cleared again, they could have put him back in the match, because that was the only thing I could think of.
Unless they use it as a storyline and Santos says, you're full of shit with your injury, Rey. You were fine. You just wanted, I don't know. It looks like they're going to go. To me, it looked weird. The end was like Santos looked pissed, not really happy.
And when we think about it, the LWO really is just Rey, Zelina, and Santos. The other two aren't even there. It's like.
By the way, what are the names of the other two?
Joaquin Wilde, I think. But I don't know the other one. I can't remember the other one.
We don't even know their names, is my point.
They're never on TV.
They're never on TV.
Yeah.
So where does Theory go from here?
I think personally, I think he should take a little bit of time off, like off TV, just like to figure it out, and then he comes back. And
I think they kind of demoralized that United States Championship. It became over the last several months just less prestige. Like
they haven't had any matches on pay-per-view. And then the one thing I saw that's smart, I was like, after watching yesterday, like I went on Twitter and I was like, I saw on Twitter, they were like, what did he beat Cena for at Mania? It did nothing for him. Like literally nothing. Like that was such a waste. Like that's why Cena puts over these guys, but like they don't deserve to be put over. Like he didn't deserve to be put over yet. He literally, what Cena said was so true. He's like, if I win, you lose, and if you win, you lose anyway. And that's exactly what happened.
Well,
That's literally what happened.
Zephyr is with us in the chat. And he did correct us. It's Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And he said, I would have preferred somebody else than Ray to win.
No, I don't think it was smart. I mean, I get it. It's cool. I know that they wanted to have I read that they haven't had a Latin champion in a while, so they wanted to do that. But I mean, it could have been. I like Santos. I think it's cool. Like
I was all for Santos to win.
Yeah, and then that happened.
But I don't know what's going on with Theory. It was kind of bad, which leads me to the injury. Well, wait. So what did you think of the SmackDown following the pay-per-view, the PLE?
I'll be honest. I liked Raw way better. I think Raw was great. Like Raw was fun to watch. It was new stuff. I've actually been more interested in Raw for the past few months than I have in SmackDown.
SmackDown shocking because you were SmackDown.
Not, yeah, and SmackDown. I'm really not tired. I just really don't know how long I can watch this Bloodline story on SmackDown every week. It's getting boring. Like it really is. And I said, like, I don't know if you watch any Marvel movies or anything like that.
Any what movies?
Like Marvel, like superhero movies.
Oh yeah. I thought you said wild movies, and I was like,
so I saw this analogy and it was perfect because it really is true. So like after the last movie of Marvel, it was Endgame, and it like ended basically, and then they continued their stuff. It's been really bad because it feels like they're just like dragging out all the stories for money. And someone said that this Bloodline story is literally Marvel after Endgame because it really is. Like now they're just trying to milk out any possible storyline that they could think of. So now you have Jimmy turning on Jey for no reason, really. That reason was bullcrap. It didn't even make any sense. So like, I'll still say this. I genuinely do think that it should have ended at Mania, and I think that now they're just trying to milk out all this stuff possible.
I think they got themselves in such a bind because they've got to stretch all this to WrestleMania next year. You know, so they can get Cody with Roman, which clearly seems a thing. And also to that point, back to Raw real quick. We had said one of the options for Cody was going to be Seth. It looks like Cody Seth they're going to do again. Yeah,
I think they're definitely going to. I know Shinsuke's in there. I don't know if Shinsuke is going to be the match at Payback because I don't know how much that's going to really sell. But I wouldn't mind like a Cody. I mean that's kind of what, and I like the atmosphere that they have where it's like they're both the top two baby faces, but Rollins is still jealous of him, I guess, or just doesn't like him. So I think that's cool. I like that they're not just like best friends, like just because.
I like that too. And I'm so glad, everybody, because to me, the most boring wrestler was Shinsuke Nakamura. I have him as the most boring. And I literally could not watch I didn't even get this guy. So I'm glad he turned heel. So I hope he used to be a heel too.
Yeah, because he had that new theme and stuff. He was heel for a long time. He was heel for like months, like years, I think.
Years. And then he became really boring. And I don't know.
He was one of those where they didn't like take advantage and put the title on him at that Mania like in Styles, and then after that he got fell out. And I have friends in fit, like I have people on Twitter that really like him and like his song and all that stuff. I just never really got into it.
I'm sorry, guys.
I saw something. It's cool.
I'm not a fan. Shinsuke, I'm sorry. I never thought he was.
And I saw something on Raw that I thought was really like true, and like I noticed it, that the whole Cody and Seth dynamic is like spot on to the feud that Punk and Cena had like in 2012 when like Cena was obviously the most over person and he was the merchandise seller, and that's Cody, but Punk had the championship, which is with Rollins. It's literally like Rollins isn't as over as Cody, like even though he is, but he has the championship. So I think that's like and Cena and Punk were both faces, but they had great matches against each other. So it was.
So let's say we go down this road and there's a couple matches again of Seth and Cody. What happens? Cody wins that?
I don't think so. I just think that they've gotten to a point where they say over and over again how Cody needs to win the other one, that no one's going to care if he wins this one. It's not going to mean anything. You know what I mean? That sucks because like I think it would be cool to have him hold it for a little bit. The only thing I said that if they do that is if Damian cashes in, so they don't lose clean. So they don't lose clean, then that's how they cash it in.
I think you're 100% right. Damian has to get. I think the only way out of this is Damian cashes in. And
I think Damien's gonna be out of that soon. The Judgment Day. I think it's gonna very soon.
that's gonna go completely. It's falling apart.
And I really like what they're doing with the whole JD thing because it's like
Right, you were right. He was beating up Sammy backstage. It's like he's the guy.
And I like that it's like he's not involved in Judgment Day. Damien doesn't like him, but it's like Finn acknowledges that they're best friends. So it's like you can see that JD's trying to get into the Judgment Day and get in their head. But I like that it's not just like, oh, we have a new member and he comes out. I like that it's like him trying to get in, but they're not like letting him in yet.
So how long do you think this is gonna last before JD's in and Damien's out?
I was seeing, I saw online that I also said like I kind of hope there's like some big swerve that it's like not just like that easy where it's like, all right, Damien's out and JD's in. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind JD joining and Damien's still in there. Like maybe he works it out and
or they have a problem, or Damien has a problem with JD joining.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, whatever. But like, I think
down Damien.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool because I think Damien is good as a face too. So that's why I wouldn't mind that.
I really want to be rooting for Damien, so I'm rooting for him to be a face.
Yeah,
I really
for him anyway, but I would root for him more because he's a face. Yeah.
No, I would totally be down for him as a face.
I think that they're gonna go with because I was reading online like because I personally think they're trying to, I don't think he's gonna hold it until Mania, but I think they want Rollins to have the belt at Mania, the World Heavyweight Championship, just for he hasn't had a belt at Mania for so long. But I don't really know where they're gonna go with that. But I do think that they're at some point before Mania, maybe like a Rumble, it's gonna be Damien versus Finn for the championship with one of them that already has it already. That's what I think they're gonna go.
There's any possibility that Seth will now turn heel?
I really don't want him to, and I feel like they're going to.
I really don't want him to. And
I feel like they're gonna do it. Yeah, I feel like they are because he's openly talked about how he really likes being a heel. Like he says it that it's like that's where he's like he says he's just perfect at it. But I just don't know how you can go heel with being this much over. It just can't happen.
I'm worried because they'll do anything to put Cody over, and I love Seth as this baby face because he's not super good guy, right?
On Raw, that's honestly, I'm telling you why I'm so interested in Raw is you got Seth. When you got Seth and Cody on the same brand, it's like it's perfect. You have two biggest baby faces in the company, and now Knight's on Raw.
Okay, does Seth Cody trump Roman on SmackDown?
Yeah, I think so. Like easily because I'm also more intrigued in the IC Championship, which is on Raw. It's the best belt. I think it's the best belt on the company right now, just with the way they presented Gunther and the people that he fights. And I'll be honest with you, I think Gable's gonna win.
You think they're finally gonna give him a push? I was thinking the same thing.
I think Gable's gonna win.
Gable's gonna win.
Yeah.
And he give it to him.
I think he deserves it, and I think that Gunther would be open for him to have that.
Can you see Gunther going for the Universal Championship?
Well, I see him going. That's the thing is everyone like has Gunther winning the Rumble. Like that's like everybody's saying he's gonna win no matter what, which I could easily see. So,
but they'd have to take the belt off of him first.
Yeah,
he would not
have enough to where he's like still around.
Right, he gets the belt. He loses the belt. He's in the Rumble. He wins the Rumble.
Yeah, I could see him easily winning the Rumble. And I saw this is just not off topic, but it's about Raw and SmackDown. So I saw a report that they want to do War Games again for Survivor Series this year.
I saw that. Yeah.
And they don't want to do like Raw versus SmackDown because like people get they don't really want to do the Raw versus SmackDown thing, which because I get it because there's no storyline to it.
And also nobody knows who's on which brand, which is
that's why. So then I saw that people are saying that the rumor is that they want to do Team Judgment Day against Team Rollins, which would be really cool. I think that'd be awesome. Like it's like they said that'd be like Rollins, Cody, KO, Sammy, and then like one more against the other one, which would be super cool.
That would be really cool. And they have Judgment Day on Raw. I mean, Raw's kind of stacked now.
Think about that. Those people, you have Judgment Day on Raw, you have Gunther, you have Cody. and then you have those five that I just named. Like and then you have Ricochet and then Otis and Gable. They stacked Raw and then I think they just figured, all right, SmackDown's a 2-hour show. All they need is Roman. That's it.
Well, interestingly enough, there was the announcer switch too. So
that made Raw. And
which
that
made
made Raw
Raw
seem
better.
even better. Yeah.
Right, because I really think the Michael Cole Friday team was the better team.
And
Like,
I cannot stand that guy Patrick, the guy Kevin Patrick. He's
can
such a
I
bad.
just say he's such a bad announcer? I'm sorry. He is not like, and I watched last night. I'm like, I just wanted him out of there and Corey and Michael Cole.
And I think that's why they put Cole on both, because I like Cole being on both makes it both of them even better. But I think Raw is the better show now with Wade and Cody. I mean, Wade and Cole.
I think Corey and Michael Cole should do both shows.
If he was gonna do if Cole's gonna do both shows, they should have just done Cole and Barrett and then Cole and Corey. I don't know why they had to have Patrick still there. It didn't make any sense.
And he's in the middle like the main guy. I'm like, please change him. Please get rid of him.
I'm not a fan.
And I've been watching, wrestling for decades, and I really can't get into his.
No,
I just can't.
Yeah, I'm hoping McAfee comes back at some point and takes over his spot.
Anything.
Yeah.
There were a lot of injuries since we last talked. First of all, I feel very, very bad for our poor Sonya Deville, who tore her ACL, and then the message she put out on social media was even sadder. I feel, as somebody who's injured themselves every which way, I'm talking about myself, I felt terrible. What did you think of Sonya's injury?
Yeah,
I was trying to find out where it happened in the match.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I don't think they said it was very early on, and she didn't realize. And then she ended up, and then because she wrestled that day, and then I mean, it sucks because I like those two. Like, I love Chelsea Green. I think she's the best rehire of Triple H's tenure here.
Yeah.
Though those titles are cursed, like bad, like everyone just gets hurt. It's like terrible, and I like that they're not just gonna take it off of Chelsea. I think it's cool. She's hosting the online auditions. I don't know if you saw R-Truth said he's making a.
I thought that was the funniest thing. I think the online auditions for
it's smart
to be a tag team with her is brilliant.
I am interested to see where they go with that. I mean, it just sucks because, like, at the end of the day, those titles are like, it's like whatever. Like, no one really cares about them. They don't even defend them on pay-per-views. It's like it's cool to have tag titles for the girls, but honestly, I'd rather have, like, I was telling my uncle this. I'd rather have, instead of tag titles, I'd rather have a mid-card women's title, like IC championship for the woman. Like AEW has the TNT, or not the TNT, whatever the woman was, I forgot. The one that Jade had, because they have two, right? They have the
TBS or TNT belt, and then they have the World Championship.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind one of those. Like, I feel like that'd be cool, because then you could have solos. You don't have to do the tag team over and over again.
But I really felt bad for her because, remember, she was relegated to being like the backstage manager for so long and wasn't wrestling. And I don't know if that's because she was injured or they didn't know what to do with her.
Well, I heard they originally that they had her as that because it was after that whole, like, thing with the guy coming to her house and all that stuff, so she wasn't ready to wrestle and all that stuff. And I guess she just stayed there because she was good at it.
Wait, can you explain to people what you mean by the guy coming to her house?
Oh yeah, so like 2 years ago, a stalker literally walked right up to the front door and was like banging on her door, and he just wanted to, like, see her and, like, was in love with her, and then she got, like, super freaked out, whatever, and then wasn't able to wrestle for like almost a year for it, and then that's why she was the back, but she wanted to be involved, so they had her as the manager of SmackDown. I think that's what she was. Now she's wrestling again. She's good in the ring too, so and her and Chelsea were perfect together. So I mean, I don't really know what they're going to do with
that's
Chelsea.
That's a 9 month to 10 month recovery. I
told me ACL. Now I know. Yeah.
When did you do that?
Football, high school, senior year.
How long did it take you?
7 to 8 months to recover fully. Yeah. So, and that's with a lot of physical therapy, like going like 4 times a week.
I know.
Yeah. And that was just for me to be playing baseball, not to be jumping off ropes and, doing moves. So I guess
how is your knee now?
It's good now. It feels good. It's just like a little awkward. Like when I get
scared. Did we hook you up with? You want to call Sonya and give her some tips?
You can give her my physical therapy
tips. Then what is up with Sami Zayn and this knot on his elbow and this apparent injury that they read that to the show? I read about this. So what's your take?
It's not bad that it's like normal that they get it, that they just drain it, but that they said that they're using that as a way to keep them like not off TV, but like not competing for the belts because they don't want to take them off of them. They don't want to take them. They don't want to strip them. Him and KO. So they're not going to strip KO and Sammy. That's just not. They're not going to do it.
But
KO has a broken rib, so he's out for a while.
So he had a broken rib and an elbow thing.
Well, no, KO has a broken rib, and then Sammy has
right.
The elbow.
Right. KO's a broken rib. Right. What I'm saying is, this has become a real letdown because I just remember being at WrestleMania and you were there and how exciting it was for them to win the belts. And it was the best thing. It was so exciting. The story built and built and built to that. And now Sammy has nothing to do. And what is they can't, they're going to have to freshen this up. This cannot stay like this.
Yeah, and I don't even want like either to turn on each other because they do it all the time. Like I'm not even interested in seeing that. I don't care if they turn on each other. That would be boring to me. I would just like to see a new tag team with the championships. And I don't get why they still have both. Like they haven't make a new set of titles. Like they can fight on both brands. Like I don't get it.
Can we have one title though?
Yeah, I'm saying make a new set of titles where it's just one
title, one tag team title bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, what is Roman's injury? Roman got injured. They kept showing in the match at the back when he got slammed, but he seems okay. So it's a minor injury.
They said that because he wasn't going to be. They said that it's not going to stop him from being on any shows. And obviously he was taking bumps. I wasn't expecting him to take bumps yesterday because of the injury.
I didn't either, and he did.
So he did. So like 2 of them. So I guess he's fine.
He seemed to be fine. Which was surprising. And then what about Ronda Rousey leaving? Is she really done?
I honestly think she's done for like I don't think she's ever going to be as full-time as she was. I think they're going to bring her back to do a couple like big matches like a Mania or something. But I saw online, and I guess I'll ask you, like, do you think so? Right now, if she doesn't wrestle ever again, is she a Hall of Famer? Everyone's saying yes on Twitter. And I was surprised to see that.
I would say that they would. Yes.
Because everyone.
but I'm saying that because of her name and she did come, but it's I mean, do I feel like she was the greatest? No.
Well, I do. The only thing I do say, and then I agree with, is that there's no way she's a big part of them main eventing at WrestleMania, because I don't think they main event WrestleMania if she's not in that match.
No.
Yeah. So that's.
I'll give it. I would say put her in, and I would say that there was nothing worse than that match with her and Shayna Baszler, and people trashed it.
And it sucks because I was very. I think I've said this on the podcast. I like Rousey, and I think I was one of the few that I liked her run, even as a heel, because I liked when she had the title. Like, I like when they have, she's like a Lesnar, like girl version of Lesnar. I just hate that was her last match, because she had some good matches. Like,
I guess that's what it is. It felt like it petered out.
Yeah, and like that first year she was in WWE, she had really good matches. Like that match against Triple H, the first match she had was
great.
Really good. Yeah, like, it was really good, and it went longer than like I even expected. Like Triple H gave her a pedigree. Like it was like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't make any sense. It was really good.
I think you have to put her in the Hall of Fame based on if you put Tori Wilson in or whoever.
I was going to say that.
I mean, if you put in Tori Wilson, by far you have to put in Ronda Rousey.
And I like that they're capitalizing off Baszler and having her go against Becky. I guess that's what they're like going towards. I just on Raw, I don't like what they're doing with Rhea. I don't I think they're literally like minimizing that championship because now they're having to get going with Raquel, I guess, and it's
all right. No people to beat. Like where the people what's not happening is they're not propping her up like this ultimate you can't beat her champion. They give her nothing. No competition.
And that's the thing. Like she's so over with the Judgment Day. She feuds with guys more than she does with girls. So it's like she never like she's judgment on what it is. And it's hard for her to also create a different line with a woman to have to fight for the championship. Because think about it, she's not going to come out for 2 segments. You know what I mean? She comes out for the Judgment Day segment. She's going to go back in the locker room and like come out again. for a segment with Raquel, I guess, with who she's gonna fight. That's why it's like it's too much. Like she's so involved with the men that people forget that she's even the champion. I forget that she's the champion sometimes.
I think the only solution is for her to wrestle Buddy Matthews in an engagement match. You're frozen. You're frozen.
They got to do Dom against Buddy Matthews.
I would I literally have her wrestle Dom, have her wrestle the guys. I mean, are you?
And then we talked about they had she helped Dom win again on NXT.
Are you frozen on your side?
Am I frozen? No. Am I frozen on yours?
Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah, now I lost you. There you hello.
Yeah.
Are you okay. It's a little all right. Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you were saying, I was saying she has to beat the guys. So it's a Buddy Matthews versus her.
Yeah. No, I was just saying how she helped Dom win again on NXT, that she came out and helped him win.
And so Dom's got a title, she's got a title, Damien's got the thing. So is Finn just going to be just the most upset because he has nothing and continue that? Or are you going to give him something?
Do you think there's any possibility that Finn is the one that gets kicked out of Judgment Day? And JD takes over and Damian Priest runs Judgment Day as the leader?
That's an interesting theory. I don't.
Yeah. I don't think there is either, but I just don't know the word thing.
What? Sorry.
No, I said I just thought of that now, and that wouldn't be that would be different.
It's an interesting thought. I mean, that would be more shocking.
Yeah.
If they did that, that would be
so funny. It's just so funny. I always talk about it. It's so funny to think about that this started with Edge. Like, I forget that Edge was even involved.
Oh, Edge. This whole thing last night with Edge and Sheamus. Yeah. What is the point of that?
I don't get it.
He wants to do a match.
Yeah, just like
or are they going to turn on him and beat him to start a feud?
Edge?
Yeah. Yeah. I see them all beating the crap out of Edge next week, and that starts a whole other thing for him.
I think Edge.
I care?
I love Edge, and I'm so like not that done with him. It's just like damn, like his mystique has like really gone away. Like it's like, do I care that he's on the show? I guess. I'll be honest with you. It's so funny because it really shouldn't matter, but like the long hair, like he's not the same without long hair. He just looks weird.
I know. I keep saying, is this the same guy? Is this
weird? Like, I don't know why he cut his hair. He had beautiful hair.
Cut his hair. Zephyr's saying about Rhea, nobody is on Rhea's level on the women's division. They need to build up the women's division. Also, there are a lot of women who are not used, like Candice LeRae, Emma, Tegan Knox, etc. Do you agree that there's a lot of women that aren't used?
I think there's a lot of women that aren't used, but I do think, and I told my uncle this, I'm really high on the women in NXT are awesome. Like, there's a lot of really good wrestlers in NXT, and I'd rather have one of them beat Rhea and come up and be like Indy Hartwell, who's on Raw, needs to be used. She came out today, on Raw. To fight Rhea with Candice LeRae. Raquel came out. You know, they have a lot of women on Raw they don't use. They have Becky that's feuding with Trish, I guess.
Okay, now you're moving. Okay. Your face, it was just like,
oh.
It was just, yeah, I'm trying to see. All right. You last said what about the women's division? You were saying?
No, that I really like the women that are in NXT, because like they have a lot of really good people there that I think they should just bring some of them up and have them food with Rhea, because they do, you're right, he's right. They don't use a lot of people, but they also don't, I don't think they have any, none of them are credible enough to beat Rhea. They're not like you're not gonna have like Indy Hartwell and them beat Rhea, you know what I mean?
Indy Hartwell.
And I like Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell. I haven't seen her.
She came out on Raw. She's the one who beat up Rhea, but I mean, I don't know.
So have you been watching at all what's going on in AEW?
Yeah, I watched AEW on Wednesday.
So what did you think?
For one reason only.
What was it?
To watch my best friend wrestle.
Jeff Hardy, your boy.
I gotta
And
say,
of course, he wasn't bad,
he
but
looks
of
pretty
course,
good.
he wasn't bad. I will give him that.
He looks
And
in great. He looks like he's in great shape.
like in great shape. Matt looks terrible.
He
And of
does.
course, they pinned Matt, which was good, preserving Jeff, which now leads to Jeff Jarrett and Jeff Hardy. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They announced that last night on Rampage.
So they're
So-
fighting when?
I think it's in a week. I can't remember.
Dynamite?
I think it was Dynamite or Collision.
Collision. Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
But it's going to be like some kind of wild match with Jeff Jarrett and
They want, because I heard that they really want Jeff Hardy. They think that's why he's in such good shape. They want him to
push him as a singles wrestler.
and they wanted to have a match at All In, like alone, like alone. So I'm gonna see. I don't know who it's gonna be and who it's gonna go against, but
if they could do this right with everything Jeff Hardy's been through and Jeff can keep himself together, it would be such a great story of like, he got his life back. He got his, you know, he wins a title. Like, I don't know, anything like that.
I could see him going for like one of those mid card or any of those Ring of Honor titles. You know, there's so many. Like, it really is like, and I joke around about Jeff Hardy, but I do think that he does have some years left where if he stays healthy, he could be really good in the ring. But like everyone says it on Twitter, Matt really is like milking Jeff for everything he has left. Like that's literally like Jeff's the only reason Matt's relevant. It really is. Like Matt is not relevant at all.
I can't watch Matt move.
He does two moves.
By the way,
he does two moves.
Yeah, two moves. And the delete. One thing to say, delete, is I take it back, RVD. You actually moved okay. When he wrestled in the ring against Jack Barry, I was like, okay, you can got some move. He didn't look as bad.
No, he was
when he was flying all over the place. I eat my words.
When he was walking down the ramp, he looked like an old man. Like he looked like he was waddling down.
Looks like me walking down the street. And that's why I was like, this is bad.
Okay. But it's just crazy. Like, no, yeah, that's that. It was crazy to see RVD and Jeff Hardy on TV in 2023. It's just like it's just crazy. And
I thought RVD was really good in that match.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I really did. And what's your thought? Well, we'll get into Jack Perry in a minute. And so now they have announced that it was going to be FTR and the Bucks at Wembley. Do you like that?
I think so. I think it's cool. I think it's smart. Even if you put your best two tag teams, I'm just really not. I'm not high on FTR. I've said that before. I don't think they're that interesting at all.
You like the Bucks?
I like the Bucks because they're like, you know, they're cool and stuff. But I think AEW's tag team division is weak, like very weak, very weak. It's not good at all. I hate it. I don't like it.
Right.
And it's funny because I talk about the opposite. I think WWE's tag team division is stacked. Like it's like there's so many people. That's why I don't know why AEW can't create new tag teams and keep them. They always turn on each other. So
everybody turns on each other.
Yeah.
And what you do know that Swerve Strickland and R. Fox are going to do a coffin match with my Sting and Darby Allin at Wembley.
Yeah.
I'm
just glad Sting is getting a match.
I'm just so happy Sting gets to go to Wembley Stadium and go around. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do.
Jump off ladders.
Does he move worse to you than RVD?
Way worse. Yeah, way worse.
RVD,
that movie he did where he jumped off the apron and did the spin kick onto that was so impressive.
What about that?
I could do
that. That was great.
Yeah.
All right. So then tonight on Collision, we have Ricky Starks is supposed to address why he's being such a jerk. I don't know, but Punk is still now in a trios match with FTR. I don't know.
How is that going to end?
How is that going to work?
Like they're not going to lose.
Where does Punk go in Wembley? What are they going to do with him?
That's the thing. Like I really don't like there's no way they win the trios championships today. Something has to happen, right? There's no way they win.
They're not going to win.
There's no way that the House of Black's going to win clean.
But House of Black to me is going to retain because they're not going to give FTR the trios and the championship. And Is something going to go down where Punk messes it up?
Like I don't know where they're gonna go with Punk for Wembley, because what are they going towards with this whole other AEW championship? Like, what are they trying to go towards? Like, what's the plan?
So here's the thing, guys. Tell me what you thought of this. So you saw Aussie Open is going to wrestle Max. I call him MJF Max and Adam Cole in the thing at the what do you call it?
Open hour, 0 hour.
0 hour. I guess it's for them to sell the PLE. It probably to get these two top guys in the hour.
They're gonna win,
right?
Yeah.
So they win, and then what? Where is this going?
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't know how that match is gonna end with the MJF and Cole. I first of all, I'm just shocked that it's the main event. I really am. I still am shocked. But I don't know. I don't think Adam Cole's gonna win. I think MJF is gonna retain his championship. But I just don't know what. I don't know if they're gonna turn each other. I don't know if they're gonna keep the championship. You know, how are you gonna win the tag team championships and then turn each other? You know what I mean?
But then they're not going to win. So then do they not win the tag championship?
They don't. I think
they're
what
already
I think
pissed off at each other.
I think one of them is gonna not do something on purpose, but they're gonna lose.
Mess it up.
They're gonna be pissed off at each other a little bit, and then at the match they're gonna have a falling out, and then it's gonna be all over.
My big question is still, you have CM Punk, who's the biggest star, and is he not? They can't put him. Are they going to put him in that match?
I don't think. I think he's gonna. I don't even know who's gonna fight, but I don't think. I think they're gonna leave that as that too.
Punk?
I just haven't heard any rumors on who they want Punk to fight. We have like what, 3 weeks? Not even.
Not even 3 weeks. And to your point, right after All In is All Out.
Yeah.
There's like literally a week after.
Yeah.
That's a lot of booking to do. No time to build any story again, which is one of their, but they're getting better at it.
Yeah.
And where's Wardlow? Do you care?
No, I like Wardlow.
I like Wardlow too.
He was one of the ones that I told my uncle that I think he should, no matter what, he should be in WWE. He should not re-sign any contract. He should leave right after his contract's over, and he should be in WWE because they don't know how to use him in AEW, and he was so over, and that was clean. It's stupid. They don't know how to use him, and I think that he should leave. He's like 100%.
I think he was wasted too. Really
bad. He was so over, and then they just left him.
And then also one last thing. Last night, Luchasaurus came in, and did you see that on Rampage? He beat down, interfered in the match, and I don't know where that's going either.
I'm also very big on Luchasaurus. I said this before. I love his character. He's enormous. I like him, and I love what Christian's doing right now. It's hilarious to me. The whole he's the champion.
He's the champion. He does nothing. He does nothing.
And I love that Luchasaurus doesn't care. Like he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. So does this lead?
He kicked his daughter out of the arena. That was hilarious. Yeah, it was really good.
It was
really good.
They're great.
And I don't know if you saw it because this is just talking about Christian. So his contract is up in like 6 months, and he got spotted meeting with 2 WWE officials for dinner last week. There was paparazzi taking pictures of him.
I did not see that.
They were eating, not like it was like lunch or something, and the 2 guys had the WWE backpack and the WWE shirt, and they were meeting with him, and they had like like papers out and stuff. So I don't know what that is, but that's one of the things going around right now that he might be negotiating back.
Which would be amazing if they had Edge Christian reunion over
final match.
Yeah. Final match. But where does this lead Jack Perry? Is he going to end up back with these guys?
I hope so. I honestly hope so. I think that'd be cool.
That would be the only way to me to, because I don't know, I'm kind of bored with the other thing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the top 10 wrestlers.
Top 10. ESPN, which is shocking because ESPN like is a big, very big. They never do stuff like this. I do really appreciate like professional wrestling becoming more mainstream like that, where ESPN is doing articles on them, so it's pretty cool. So ESPN did the top 10 wrestlers under 30. All right, so people on Twitter were arguing and didn't realize it said under 30, and we're like, "Where's Roman?" And they're like, "Guys, he's 40 years old." So it's under 30. So
Right.
it's the
So
best young stars, basically.
Roman didn't qualify.
No, people on Twitter don't read the lines, and we're like, "Oh my God, we're Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega," and they're like, "Guys, this is under 30." So
Okay. So let's go through them. Go ahead.
you want me to share my screen? I can
Sure.
share my screen and show the list. Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
I think you have to give me
I have
access.
to do it. I don't know if I can.
I don't know if you can give me access or not.
Why don't you just go through them and go down the names and we'll. So
All
are
right,
we?
ready?
So are we? Yes. Are we saying what we think, or if they belong on this list, or what's?
Well, I'll go from 10 to 1, and then we can say which ones we think are dumb. They actually did top 30, but we don't have to go from 30 because I don't even know some of these guys.
Okay.
I'll give you some of the honorable mentions, basically. So, like, for example, Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia was 29 on the list.
I think he's too low.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Daniel Garcia is a really good wrestler, actually. And
Wheeler Yuta was 20.
Okay. I feel like he should have been up higher.
And then other than that, there wasn't many other AEW guys. Jack Perry was 13, which is like I think a good spot for him.
I think that's appropriate. I don't think he deserves to.
One thing I don't agree with is that they have Butch at 12, which I think Jack Perry's better than Butch. So I would have Perry over Butch.
I would put Perry over Butch. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then so top 10, right? Number 10 is Logan Paul.
I think Logan Paul's fantastic.
I want to get your feeling on that one.
So here's my feeling on that one. Obviously, with all the other wrestlers who have put in years, probably to get years of work, it probably is a little frustrating. But I think Logan's such a phenomenal wrestler. I don't know how you cannot put him in the top 10.
They put like a little description for every wrestler, and they said the YouTuber turned combat sports disruptor is only a part-time wrestler for WWE, though it's almost impossible to overlook the impact he has had and how good he is. And good as his performance have been, Paul has only been in big matches, including a bout against Roman Reigns, which some people have not been able to pull off yet.
I agree 100%, and I don't even know if 10 is too low.
Yeah.
I mean, he's absolutely phenomenal. I would move him up.
9 is Liv Morgan, which I like. I think she's great.
We like Liv Morgan. I agree.
I'm a Liv Morgan stan. I love her. She's like the best.
You're a big Liv Morgan backer. The one thing about her, she's a hard worker. I definitely think, and she's a really great in-ring performer.
And at SummerSlam, it's funny. Like it was like like during the in between matches, they do like this little promos on the screen. They had 2 where it was literally only Liv Morgan. Like it was just like about Liv Morgan's life, like a 5-minute thing about like her life and where she came from. So she's really high up in like their company. They think really highly of her.
Now, you met Liv?
Yeah, I did.
And you thought she was sweet?
She was awesome. She's super cool.
Is she cute?
Very. She's from New Jersey too.
I knew she's a Jersey girl. Okay, I'll stop at that. But yes, Liv Morgan deserves to be in here for sure.
Number 8 is Takeshita. That's your boy, Takeshita.
I think Takeshita's a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah.
Do not love this heel turn. I don't. To me, him as a face and him flying around the ring and not being this clunky heel was so much better. But he's a great wrestler. So I guess I have him in the top 10. You do not? You'd throw him out?
Yeah, I think 8's a good spot for me. No, I think 8's a good spot. I honestly think with Liv and Logan behind him, that makes sense.
But I actually was shocked.
7 is coming.
Wait. I was shocked that he's only 28. I thought he was older. So I didn't even think he'd qualify for this. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was older too. So we got 7. Carmelo Hayes is 7. I like that spot. I think, yeah, he's the best. I love
I'm
it.
sorry. I watched Carmelo Hayes in that match, that recent championship match for NXT. He was fantastic. Like
He's gonna be,
why is he not on the main show?
yeah. Him and Braun Breaker like run NXT, so it's like
I mean,
you know what I mean?
But Carmelo Hayes has got the looks, he's got the moves, he can everything about him. Don't you think he deserves a push to the main lead?
I think so. Yeah.
I like Carmelo Hayes. Yes.
We got Braun Breaker at 6, which I think is good. Those are the two. Braun Breaker is so young; it's crazy. He's only 25, so like
Which is shocking. I thought he was probably 32. Yes, I think he's. Would you have Braun over Carmelo?
I would have Carmelo over Braun. I think
I have Carmelo 2 spots up
yeah,
from 7.
yeah, because we have Dominic Mysterio at 5, which it's kind of it's crazy. Like I don't know. It's like depends like what we're classifying this list as, because it's not like in ring. It's not just in ring. It's more. It's like with everything. You know what I mean?
Did you see? Oh my God, I almost called you. This was so funny. Seth lost broke character when on Monday night when Dominic came in and they all booed him. When they boo him, and
Yeah.
Seth was laughing because it was so funny. And Cody almost laughed. I mean, the fact that he's getting everyone to boo him. I mean, he has come so far.
He's literally the heat magnet. Like he's like, and Logan Paul has said on his podcast, because Logan Paul loves being a heel, and he said that he like his dream is to get booed as much as Dominic does. Like that's what he wants.
So here's my problem. I would probably switch this and put Logan Paul at 5, because just on a sheer wrestling ability, Logan is so much more exciting in the ring. Dominic is actually is brilliant in playing this bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And like if we're going character wise, yeah, I don't mind him at 5. But like if we're doing all together, I guess I would have Logan a little bit higher up.
Well, also Carmelo, right? Like Carmelo does great moves in the ring. Dominic doesn't. I mean, yes, he's done some things up, you know.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing was that booing on Monday night, and I literally saw Seth start to laugh, and then Cody almost broke, and I thought, oh, that's really funny. I got the biggest kick out of that. Like they don't stop; they just want to boo him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got El Hijo del Vikingo at 4. He's really good in the ring, so I don't mind that. He's like flies around the ring. He like
flies around the ring. I don't mind that. The only problem I have is when we talk about, you know, development of a character. You know, do you really? What do you know?
He's just he's
just an amazing high flyer.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that wouldn't work anywhere outside of the indies. He just wouldn't. I guess we get to a spot where this is the part that we're gonna debate on with ESPN. I don't think he should be anywhere near the top 10. We have Austin Theory at 3. I just don't know how you can have him at 3. I don't get it.
So here's the thing. When Austin Theory was first coming up from NXT, I thought this guy has it up. And then knowing, as we know, Vince McMahon, this was his boy. When Vince was working there, when he was all in there, he pushed off, and it looked like for a while, like, okay, I can't put him in the top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even think it's debatable. I don't get it. I don't know how at this point right now you can.
I mean, it says he has the looks, the charisma, the athleticism, and the presence to be a top guy for a long time. Just wait until he puts it all together. What would you say to that?
I get it, but if he hasn't put it together yet, he shouldn't be 3. You know what I mean? Like,
but did he put it together and they just didn't write it properly, or is he the problem?
I just feel like he lacks like some stuff. Like he's just boring. I don't know. I hate it. I don't think he should be 3.
I don't think he. Sadly, I have to agree. He should be pushed down. And first of all, again, Logan Paul's a better wrestler.
Yeah, like way better.
Like, put Logan Paul in a match for me, and I'm like there.
Yeah.
I know everybody thinks that's terrible, but that's kind of the truth.
We got Rhea Ripley 2, which I think is great. I think that's perfect. She's also way younger than I thought. She's 26 years old, which is insane to me.
Do you remember when we met her at WrestleMania at the
Yeah.
press junket? I was like, I didn't know how young she was.
I can't believe it though. It's
Like, you're telling
crazy.
me she's 26?
And she's that good.
I mean, I kind of say number 2 is correct.
Yeah. Because then
How
you
do
see
feel about-
we have like Rhea Ripley at 2. It's like it's perfect because you're number 1 and happy easily
Wait, you're cutting out.
under
What?
30-year-old.
Say it all again.
Wait, might you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What did you say after Rhea?
No, yeah. So I said I don't mind her at number 2 because you got MJF at number 1, who is the obvious choice. It just has to be him.
I cannot believe what MJF has pulled off. Like, I can't believe the Jew boy things like all the things he does, and just acknowledges all of this stuff and brings his real life or faux real, like whatever he does, and they let him go. They let him sing, they let him dance, they let him do comedy, they let him go on the audience. Okay, so they say he's 27. So did he just have a birthday? Because I thought he was 26. But and here's the joke. He's a great wrestler. He can back it up.
Yeah.
So it's not just this guy that's like on the mic and a great entertainer. He can back it up.
Yeah, I agree.
So do you think in 2024 he goes to WWE?
I don't know. I don't think so. I want him to, but I just don't. I think he'd be signed and just hasn't said it yet.
I have a feeling that the money is so good for him there. That
money and the control to do whatever he wants, basically.
The one guy I'm not understanding that's not in here that I love is Sammy Guevara. Is he over 30? Should we Google that? I'm not happy about this.
Let's see. He's 30 exactly. So he just missed it.
Oh, people. I think Sammy's one of the greatest wrestlers.
He actually turned 30 like last week. Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well then he could have been in here. Because this was written when? When does this come out? This came out August 3rd. Oh.
It was July 28th. His birthday.
Okay. I would have had before Austin Theory.
If he was under 30, yeah. I agree.
So he loses out because he had a birthday 1 week after this. Okay. Is there anybody on the list? Is there anybody else you think should be on here?
The one that I know we've seen of that I wouldn't mind him like because they did top 30 that I wouldn't mind him like super far on the list. Let me just make sure before I say it if he wasn't there.
Okay.
Was Hook.
Oh yeah. What about him?
Hook is Hook. Yeah, I just checked. Yeah, he's not on here, and I wouldn't like. I think he's better than the guy. This guy, Tyler Bate. Like I don't even think Tyler Bate's that good. He's in NXT, but I guess they think we haven't seen enough of him yet.
Oh, one other guy that I think is low that I wanted. I think Wes Lee is great.
Yeah, he's another one who's
at 14. I would put him up over Theory.
Theory should be not.
I got a lower Theory, and is Braun Breaker too high? At 6, I think so.
Yeah, I think right now, yeah, a little bit.
And is there anyone else in this? Oh, another shocker. Toni Storm is only 7. I thought she was 4.
Yeah.
I thought she was older.
Because you think about it, Toni Storm, she left WWE so long ago. I thought she left at a younger age.
And Jamie Hayter, I think she's good. Ilja Dragunov, the guy from.
Yeah.
I think he's great. I would put him way up. He's at 26.
Yeah, he's
too low. He's too low. And Shadow Amusa.
He's one of the guys that Yeah.
I think he was great. I would put him in the top 10. Like, I don't think he's in the right place either. So I guess the only one we don't agree in the top 10 is Theory. What about
Yeah.
Elio Del Vecchio?
Yeah, I don't think Theory should be anywhere near there. I'm trying to think of other guys that aren't under 30. I'm trying to think of maybe might be under 30 that weren't there. But I think we have people. Let me see. Because WWE doesn't have a lot of guys that are young. It's more AEW.
Oh, and I was looking, Darby Allin is 30. He missed it.
Oh, so yeah, so the AEW has a couple of guys that are literally just under it. Sting's not on here.
Sting is on the, are they going to do the older list too?
Over 50?
Over 50?
It's just gonna be Chris Jericho and Sting. That's it. And Edge.
Oh, okay. What do you think about this whole Chris Jericho thing? They all walked out on him. The whole JAS walked out on him. Is he literally still, is he going to swerve Don Callis?
I'm just so uninterested in that storyline.
Right.
I find it so boring. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's like whatever happens at this point. I think he's going to, personally.
Do what?
I don't know if you turn on him.
Turn on Don Callis.
Yeah. That storyline doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what? Frozen.
No, I said Chris Jericho's gonna turn on Don. But did you see Danny the guy Garcia dancing? It was like hilarious to me.
So funny. I mean, and then the other thing that kills me is Ty Mel trying to talk. You know, she has such a broken English that she gets her moment with her baby and then she like leaves. It was funny, but the only way this can work is for him to swerve Don Callis.
It has to, because it's the only way to keep it going.
And why did Sammy Guevara not really leave his side? I wanted Sammy to leave.
Yeah, he didn't, right? Oh, Tamello's 28. She's not on here.
And well, she shouldn't be. I don't have her, but I like Sammy, and I feel bad that he missed the cut. Okay, so tonight's Collision, I don't know if anything is going to happen.
I'm excited to see how they play the CM Punk match plays out, to see, because they're not going to.
I'm interested in that a lot.
Yeah,
and I'm interested to see how they justify Ricky Stark's complete turn. And they need to keep that show fresh, or they got to keep that Collision hot, or I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Okay, have a good Saturday, and we'll talk next time.
Thank you.